I have a message for everyone on both sides, the far left, the far right, and everyone in between. I'm in between. I want to tell you a story. So apparently Alexa wanted to go on. Alexa, pause. So I was a special ed para. I absolutely adored my students, and many of them are now adults. I worked with them 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That was one of my jobs. I also worked with kindergartners, preschool, everything. My kids, a lot of my kids were severely abused. Beyond anything you could think of, I've had kids that I've worked with that were extremely abused. Every adult in their life had shown them that adults will not be there for them. Every adult in their life have pretty much told them by their actions that adults will just hurt you. They will not help you. They will not love you. They will not meet your childhood needs. They will hurt you. They were told that over and 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 over. You get the point. For years, they were told that by these adults, by every adult that came into their life. After a while, because of being told over and over and over and over and over again that adults are bad, they acted out. So they threw things at teachers. They swore at teachers. They failed their tests. They didn't study. They couldn't study in the situation they were in. When a child comes to school and they cannot focus because they are not fed, they don't have nutrition, and their emotional needs, and they've been emotionally and physically and psychologically abused, it's really hard to study for that test when your brain is just thinking, am I going to get beat tonight? So these kids are acting out, right? And I had these kids. These were the kids I worked with. They got sent to my room when they got kicked out of classrooms. And when it was the preschool situation, I just had them in the daycares. So they acted out. They yelled at us. They did threw things at us, all sorts of crazy things. Now, they didn't do a lot of that to me in my room, but they did it outside of my room. So I had a choice to make. Could I react to them and their situation? Could I react to their outbursts? Could I react to them throwing things at teachers and doing things like that by just doing exactly what every other adult has done in their life and tell them they're bad and punish them and tell them that they're worthless and they're never going to pass anything anyway, they're going to fail, so just don't even bother to study, and just sit in the corner and in timeout, just sit there, I'll send you to the principal office, I'll kick you out of school. I mean, the best thing is just kick them out of school, right? That's the best thing we could do for these kids. Am I right? Kick them out of school so that they could be on the streets. Great, right? And have to say that that's what administration thought was the best thing a lot of times, but that's a whole nother story. I had that choice. Is that what we do? Do we kick them out of school? Do we just tell them they're worthless and kick them out and they can live on the streets? And then what happens when they live on the streets? They get worse. They do more bad things. They destroy our cities, our states. Because why? Because we decided that that was what we wanted to do, is react to what they were doing because of what happened to them. I didn't take that choice, obviously. Instead, one kid, now an adult, I can't believe it. One kid had a really bad situation, and I went and asked the guardian ad litem if I could take that kid to see my family. My goal in that, out of state, this kid was in a situation where I don't want to say too much about a specific person. They were in a situation where they sort of didn't have a good place to stay at that moment. They did later, but at that moment, everything was too chaotic. So I figured, why not take him out of the situation and show him that all adults are not bad? So I took him to my family. We played board games. We made him laugh. He got to ride a horse. We did things that maybe made him see that the all adults in the world are not bad, and that some families actually do have these more stable, my family's definitely not the most stable, but more stable situations where you can laugh and have fun, and all adults are not bad. Other kids that I worked with, the same thing. My goal was to show them that other adults are not bad. That even though they've been told, shown for years that every adult is bad, I wanted to show them that it's not true. You can't tell someone it's not true. That doesn't work. You have to show them. So my goal and what I tried, I don't know how much I succeeded, but what I tried was to show them that I am an adult, barely, and I care, I love them, will do anything for them. That was my goal. I'm here for you. My other goal was to make sure that I held them accountable. Hold them accountable at the same time in love, though. Not in just punishing. There has to be consequences, but hold them accountable. Why? Not for sake of punishment, but for sake of, and believe me, I'm going to get somewhere with this as far as the Democrat and the Republican Party goes. I know this is a long video. Bear with me. So I wanted to show them that, yeah, I want to hold them accountable, but not because I want to punish them, not because I want them out of my hair and I just want to kick them out of school. I want to hold them accountable because I believe in them, because I believe they can do better, because I believe that they can succeed. If I didn't believe they could succeed, I wouldn't be pushing them to succeed. And when students came into my room and said, the school's going to pass me anyway because they don't want me here, my always response was, I don't care. Kind of like the new one, I don't care, Margaret. You're going to do the work in this room because you can. You're capable and you will do it. Whether whoever else is around you is going to pass you or whatever, I don't care, Margaret. You will do it. You will do the work. You will learn because you're capable and you can do it. That's the goal. And if you think of the people that are yelling at you and calling you a racist, or if you want to go to the other side, and there's far-right loonies too, if you think of those people, instead of thinking of the actions that they're throwing at you, try to think of what the adults have told them. As adults in this situation would be social media. If they're young people, think of what social media has bombarded them with and think of them as that abused child. Because social media has emotionally and psychologically abused our children and taught them lies. This is the same as an abused child. Every person that is coming at you and calling you a racist, think of them as that abused child. Are you going to react to them based on their actions towards you? Or are you going to try to understand that they have been lied to by social media and bombarded and brainwashed into thinking that all adults are going to hurt them, and in this situation, all of the adults are Republicans? Maybe you can react in a different way. And if you do end up, if you happen to call yourself a Christian, we are supposed to love all people, even the ones that disagree with us, and even the ones that call us racist for no apparent reason. So try to change your thought. You are never going to win votes by kicking those kids out of school and letting them live on the streets. You are never going to win votes by reacting to the brainwashing and kicking those people out of your party and out of your life. So, in love, we can win hearts and we can win votes. Love your neighbor. Stay well, stay free.